Welcome to the Deafblind and Intervenor Studies Certificate Program Information Session. My name is Cheryl Ramey, and I'm the Program Coordinator and Professor of the program. First, I'll share the presentation content, and then we'll get started with the presentation. Today, I'll be sharing an overview of the program, what the curriculum structure looks like, admission requirements, options for graduates for further education following the program, the community sector demand, what makes our program unique and different, how to be successful in the program, and attributes of an effective intervener. This program is very unique in Canada. We are the only one-year certificate in Canada in regards to training students to work with people with a combined loss of vision and hearing and how to be an intervener. Let's start with the role of the intervener, as it's a very unique role in low incident disability. Interveners are there to assist individuals with deafblindness to access visual, auditory, and environmental information that they can't gather on their own due to the loss of vision and hearing. Individuals can be either born deafblind, congenitally deafblind, or acquire their deafblindness. And the certificate program teaches these students to work with the spectrum of deafblindness. One main misconception in regards to individuals with deafblindness is that they very rarely are totally blind or profoundly deaf. In fact, only 20% of the individuals are totally blind or totally deaf, and the remainder would have either partial vision and no hearing, some hearing and no vision, or a little bit of both. This is a one-year college certificate. It's a full-time program that consists of 2 semesters. It's considered a hybrid program, and that's because the first semester is entirely online, and the second semester is a mix of in-person online courses as well as a field placement experience. And the starting month of this program is May. So in semester 1, there are 7 courses. This includes a course on Introduction to Deafblindness and getting an understanding of the congenital and acquired deafblindness, what the role of the intervener is, and the community sector. There's a course on Introduction to Sensory Systems and Human Development. This is a critical course as students really need to understand the eye, ear, and central nervous system, as that's what's most impacted, as well as human development across the age span. There's a course on Acquired Communication Strategies and Intervener Principles 1, and a course on Congenital Communication Strategies and Intervener Principles 1. These 2 courses are going to be very specific to the communication methods, the role of the intervener in both the acquired field as well as the congenital field. There's also American Sign Language 1, a course on values, ethics, and professional practice. Again, a really critical course as interveners are often working one-to-one without a lot of supervision, and so having a strong foundation in ethical practice is critical, as well as in college English. The second semester has a course on impact of health and aging on deafblindness. This includes individuals who are medically complex, mental health, as well as the aging process and impact. There's a course on accessibility and program planning, which also includes assistive devices. Again, there's a course on acquired communication strategies and intervener principles, as well as the congenital communication strategies and intervener principles. These 2 courses follow the semester 1 courses and continue to scaffold those skills and knowledge that students are going to require. There's another American Sign Language course, as well as a field placement experience that includes one experience with individuals with congenital deafblindness and one with acquired deafblindness, and a field seminar course that goes along with that. Let's talk about the curriculum structure. Semester 1 is fully online and primarily synchronous, meaning that students need to be online with the professor and classmates at a set time. And this is really important as it's a very hands-on field. In semester 2, however, this is where the hybrid format's happening. And there's the in-person classes as well as online, and then that field seminar and field placement courses. I think I can't relay enough how important attendance and active participation is in regards to this program, and in regards to the success of students once they're working in the field. Let's talk a little bit about the curriculum structure in semester 2. There are 2 different schedules. The first 7 weeks has a specific schedule, and the second 7 weeks has a different schedule. In the first 7 weeks, this is where students are on campus and in person, and they'll be fully completing the Acquired Communication and Intervenor Strategies 2, ASL 2, and Cited Guide. And this is because those particular courses really need to be taught, practiced, and evaluated in person, and also include instruction from faculty that are deafblind, as well as faculty that are deaf. The Congenital Communication and Intervenor Strategies 2 is in person for the first 7 weeks, and then the final 7 weeks are completed online. In that second half of that semester, field placement happens 2 days a week across those 7 weeks, and the field seminar component is online. And then the other 3 courses, so Impact of Health and Aging is fully online, Accessibility and Program Planning is fully online, and the remainder of the Congenital Communication and Intervenor Strategies too. Let's talk a little bit about admission requirements. So for domestic students, an Ontario Secondary School Diploma or equivalent is required, as well as a grade 12 English college or university course. For international students, you need to have graduated from senior secondary school or equivalent, be 18 years of age or older at the time of registration, pay the non-refundable $95 application fee, and proof of English proficiency if English is not the first language in your country. Many graduates might be looking at further education following the certificate. Some of the areas that often are considered in our field is disability studies, and I've given the example of Ryerson University, who have that program. Also orientation and mobility instructor programs, teaching degrees, interpreter programs, Braille courses, as well as qualifications to become a Braille transcriber, management studies, and community services. In our field, the interveners work with individuals with deafblindness across the lifespan. So this includes children, adults, and seniors. And interveners really work in such a wide variety of settings. So this includes preschool settings, educational settings, including post-secondary, agencies, family homes and individual homes, assisted living and personal care homes, as well as many activities in the community. I think one thing that is such a wonderful aspect of our profession is that the role of the intervener is a recognized profession in Ontario and some other Canadian provinces. Also, we've had graduates from the program also working in the United States, Italy, and other countries. So the demand is also outside of Canada. In Ontario specifically, there are 6 key agencies that their primary services are to support adults with deafblindness. And this is with individuals 18 years of age and older. We have quite a number of school boards who support children with deafblindness all across Ontario, and many of them have specific intervener positions. Graduates can often also be hired in related positions such as early childhood centers, educational assistant and signing educational assistant positions, as well as working with agencies to support individuals with multiple disabilities in Canada, but also in other parts of the world. Because of that specific communication skills that students will graduate with, they often apply to individuals with other disabilities than just deafblindness. Employment opportunities include full-time, part-time, and occasional positions, and this is the case in both the agencies and organizations, but also the school boards, as well as there can often be a variety of different shifts. So one thing to think about is an individual with deafblindness doesn't just require that intervention and that intervener to be with them to provide that critical information from 9 to 5. They need that throughout the daytime, evening, weekends, so that they can be involved in the community activities, the same as you and I. Interveners often will work in both aspects of the field. So because the program trains students to work with congenital and acquired, interveners may take a full-time position in the congenital field within the school board and work part-time with an agency supporting people with acquired deafblindness, or vice versa. Salaries range approximately from $20 an hour to $40 an hour, but that can also go beyond that in regards to school boards pay higher, although their number of hours are a little bit less, so it really ranges. And these salary ranges are Ontario specific. So some of the things that make our program quite different than other programs that you may have viewed include the fact that we are very unique in Canada, and right now the only program that is available to train students with a combined vision and hearing loss. There really is an additional emphasis on current health circumstances, including mental health, aging, and accessibility, as well as those individuals that may also have complex medical needs. The other piece I think that makes the program very unique is those two field placement experiences. Students not only learn the knowledge and skills that are required to work with both individuals with congenital and acquired deafblindness, but they get that opportunity to experience that in that placement experience so that they have that chance to apply that information that they're learning in the classroom. Some of the things that definitely would assist a student to be successful in the program is that regardless of the communication type an individual may use, interveners need to be able to immediately process information that's coming in and relay it back to the individual with deafblindness in whatever preferred or identified mode of communication they use. That also impacts things such as needing a good working memory, right? Because you're taking in information in real time and now having to give it back to that individual in real time. And also having a strong foundation in English definitely is an asset. ASL, American Sign Language, is not a prerequisite of the program, but we certainly recommend that it would be beneficial for students to have an introductory ASL course prior to starting, just to have that initial exposure to the alphabet and to some of the basic signs. Another piece I think that's really critical to talk about is the impact of personal space when you are providing intervention to individuals with deafblindness. We are working in really close proximity to individuals, and this includes not only when we're guiding them through the community and they are holding on to our elbow as we safely guide them through many environments that can be very busy, and due to that lack of vision, it can be very difficult to navigate, as well as the tactile communication. So we're talking about a lot of professional touch. In the congenital field, a number of these individuals will require support in their daily skills and routines. And so therefore, we're in close proximity again, and also really having to think about privacy. The other piece is the health and the physical fitness of the intervener, as we're not only providing that sighted guide, but we're maneuvering wheelchairs, walkers, but participating in a really wide variety of activities. This can include going to the library, to the bank, having meetings, but also it could include rock climbing, going to the gym, swimming, all of those same activities that you and I experience in our lives. Some attributes of effective interveners when they're working in the field is that ability to work in all the environments with the entire age span, so children, adults, and seniors with deaf blindness. Also, that willingness to support an individual in whatever activities that they choose in compliance with the Human Rights Code. Flexibility, that is another really important piece. Things can change minute to minute, hour to hour, and that ability to change with whatever's happening and provide the support that's needed is important. Having strong communication skills, but also those interpersonal skills, that ability to work not only with individuals, but also with a team, as well as members of the community. Also, too, interveners that find it a little bit easier to learn new languages, as American Sign Language definitely is a different language and has a different grammar system than we're accustomed to. I want to thank everyone for viewing this information session. I really want to end with the fact that this is such an exciting field to study, but also a very rewarding career. If you're looking for a career where you have a direct impact on individuals on a daily basis, you have that opportunity to work one-on-one and have that direct impact, but also work as part of a team, this may be the career for you. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me. My email address is cramey@georgebrown.ca. Thank you.